are Ephemeroptera. Mayflies, like dragonflies and silverflies, belong to a more specific order called Odomata. This is because of their wings and ability to fold back on their stomachs. Mayflies are known for their short lifespans and the 4 stages they have to go through. The first one being nymph. A nymph will mount several times, spending most of its time under rocks in the water. After that is emerger. During this stage, the mayfly is growing curious and making its way to the surface or shore to prepare to shed its skin. This is when the mayfly is preparing to hatch and is also when it's the most vulnerable to predators. The next one is dun. In dun, the mayfly will hatch underwater or above. In this stage, the mayfly will be waiting for its reproductive organs to develop. After that is emerger. During this stage, the mayfly is growing curious and making its way to the surface or shore to prepare to shed its skin. This is when the mayfly is preparing to hatch and is also when the mayfly is most vulnerable to predators. The next is the dun. In the dun, the mayfly will hatch underneath water. In this stage, the male mayfly will be waiting for its reproductive organs to develop. After that, he will mate with a female mayfly who will deposit her eggs back to the water. Lastly, a mayfly will become weak and eventually die after depositing its eggs. This means that a male mayfly dies after sexually reproducing and a female mayfly dies after hatching its eggs. Mayflies have 2 pairs of wings and are very small. Mayflies are attracted to light and do not feed during their short adult lives. Their lifetime spans from a few hours to a couple of days. A mayfly will wait 1 whole year before reproducing, then die right after. Before a mayfly will mate, it will perform a little dance. Usually, a female mayfly will lay about 400 to 3,000 eggs. Mayflies have existed since before dinosaurs and have existed over 350 years. Mayflies need clean, fresh water to live in and do not have any mouths. The name of a mayfly is actually based on the fact that the adults often emerge in the month of May. Mayflies are an important food source for frogs, birds, catfish, trout, and bass. Another interesting fact about mayflies are that the females and males both have 2 sets of genitals. Females have 2 sexual openings and the males have 2 penis-like organs. Lastly, mayflies are mainly green and have large compact eyes. Mole crickets are members of an insect family called Bryllotopidae. They have cylinder-shaped bodies with small eyes and are often referred to as a pest. Just like mayflies, mole crickets have 3 stages of life. The first one being egg. In this stage, the eggs are kept in a chamber in the soil adjacent to one of the tunnels. The egg will increase in size as it absorbs water, and the color of the eggs will vary from gray to brown. Next stage is nymph. A mole cricket might consume the eggshell or other siblings while hatching. The wings are still poorly developed during this stage. A nymph will dig just beneath the surface if the weather is favorable or deeper if not. A mole cricket usually only comes to the surface after dusk. Lastly is when the mole cricket becomes an adult. In this stage, the mole cricket has enlarged forelegs that are used for digging in the soil. Both male and female have elongated caries at the top of their stomach. A male cricket will produce a countership song to attract females into his burrow. When mating is finished in the burrow, the female cricket will end up taking it over. Mole crickets are omnivorous, feeding on a variety of larvae and earthworms, as well as plants and grass roots and other vegetation. They live and breathe like animals. They are called mole crickets because they spend nearly all their time underground digging and living in very extensive tunnel systems, much like moles. They are a common prey for birds, rodents, foxes, and skunks. There is 2 different species of the mole cricket, one being the southern mole cricket and the other one being Tony mole cricket. The southern mole cricket acts more of a predator to where the Tony mole cricket feeds mainly on roots.